Oh, hello! Somebody told me that you should always read the small print. So here it is, in smaller print. There you go. Just a bad joke for 2022. Oh well, start as you mean to go on. If that's the worst I can do, it's going to gradually get worse as the year goes on. What's in today's Retro Robin show? We're going to have a look at some more new games. We're going to go to Crash issue number 22. Why not? Because it's the year 22. So let's have some re-reviews out of that particular Crash. So if you want a bit of retro fun for this weekend and you love a bit of 8-bit, then you're going to love a bit of this show. Join me now on the Retro Robin show. Did I not say that I was never going to say the word retro again? That was my New Year's resolution. Well, that lasted all of 30 seconds, didn't it? Oh well, here we go. Titles. Hello and welcome to the Retro Robin Show. Happy New Year, everybody. Yes, 2022, finally. Good riddance to 2021. What's on today's show? Well, we've got the usual collectible mix of Crash re-reviews, and as 22 is the order of the day, we'll go to Crash number 22 and take some games out of there, maybe one or two of more obscure games. Well, we're going to give it the re-review treatment and see if they stand the test of time, as well as a look at some more modern games. Today, in the modern games, we've got a couple of puzzlers. One of them's like an action puzzler, and the other one's just a good puzzle game, as well as a good shoot-'em-up. And you'll have to wait and see what's going on with that in a moment. Of course, that'll be the next feature as well. Big thank you to Matthew Logue, who's vamped up my AY tune a little bit. You know this tune that I use as my theme tune, the Wipeout tune, of course? He sort of modernised it, made it slightly more fuller, slightly better. I kind of like it. I do still like the old one, I'll still use that as well, but big thank you, Matthew, for that. You're awesome, mate, to be quite honest with you, looking after me in the way you do. As you can see, it's quite bouncy, isn't it? In action today, we'll be using the Engo, the clone of the Spectrum next. That'll be doing most of the games, so we'll be playing the games on that, of course. I do love a swivel chair. Problem is, I lose control occasionally, and it goes round too far. On order of the AY tunes will be the Toast Rack. Yeah, the Toast is back in action. I'm going to be loving that one as well as the Grey Plus 2. The only problem with the Grey Plus 2 is it's well over there, so I have to bring the speakers over here, and of course I use like a crossfader to fade between the AY tunes sometimes, as well as the various other dials, to try and keep the show with a like rich tone background, sort of like a DJ does it, which is what I used to be quite honest. You're showing off now, Matthew, with these AY tunes. Oh, look at this! That was a Christmas present off my sister. She's used to controlling me, so she bought me a shirt with controllers on it. Hey, actually I quite like it, to be fair. It doesn't beat me Crash magazine one though, which I've got in the wash at the moment because it's looking a bit grubby. I do wash it occasionally. And I wash myself as well. Happy New Year! No, honestly I do. I don't know. Shall I get rid of the beard? I was looking at it the other day, and then the Clash tune come on. Should it stay or should it go? I think it should go. You know, it makes me look older than I am. I'm only 50. I'm still a puppy, really. Oh well. Enough of me rubbishing on. Let's have a look what we've got coming up for you right now. Ooh, I haven't used this tune for a while, have I? Love it. Bear the Grudge. Remember this one? Yeah, Toast Rack's in action here with the AY tune. Right, the first game we're going to have a look at today may have an AY tune in it. Hold on a minute, I need a cuppa. A proper cup of tea, that is, lad. Proper cup of tea. Proper yum yum talking as well. If anybody needs translation, I'm sure Yum Yum Gamer will be able to translate what I say later in the show. Okay, let's have a look at this game that I was going to have a browse at. Sorry. And of course, there it is. It is indeed a puzzle game. I've seen it on the Facebook group, so I thought I'd give it a go. Looks like it crashes. Does have a slight bleeper sound to it, but nothing major to be worried about. It'll come on in a moment for you. a bit loud, isn't it? Got my trusty controller at the ready, so we'll have a look at the game in a moment. Right then, just turn the music back up. Right, so you've got your usual choices. You've got the Sinclair 1-2 cursor or redefinable keys, which is great. The password will be self-explanatory in a moment. You get to put that in. And, well, to be honest, I'm probably going to go for the redefine. So we'll redefine the keys, of course. Number 5. Hopefully autofocus won't play up as I do this, because when there's hardly anything on the screen, it tends to play up a bit quick. Right, okay. So, we'll start the game. Now, that's the way the screen opens. It slides in sort of from left to right, if you know what I mean, which is not a bad thing. You are this character here, which is meant to be, well, that sort of lizard type, snake type. Well, let's put it this way. It's cold-blooded. Well, it's pixel-blooded. If you go on this little cross there, that can move in 4 directions. Up, down, left, right. But other ones can only move in 2 directions. And the idea is you need to get to the exit. So, to start with, it shouldn't be pretty too hard, shall we say. You can go up there, across here, you run into there. And because you can move on these squares, you can then move across that, over to there, and up. Pretty simple, really. Takes a little bit of time fading out. However, it does get more tricky because you don't have to use all the blocks to start with. But as you proceed through the levels, and there you go, you've got a little code, which is HKV to get off the first screen. You put that in your password and you can start from wherever you finish, right? Moving straight on to level 2, of course. And now we need to be a little bit more precise here. We can only go to a, well, reasonable degree. So we're going to go up here. And down, and we should just straight the exit. So level 2 is pretty straightforward. It gets slightly harder as we go along. Next code, next level. I like the way the background has now changed slightly, so it does vary the colours slightly for you, which is good. But it does get more and more complicated because now getting to the exit isn't as straightforward as before. So you just got to basically work your way around. I think this is the right way. Yep. See, you didn't need to touch those 2 arrows, which is, as you get further and further and further, and you know, as you get past stage, you will need to use those in order to either block a route or, you know, so as you can get to the exits. There we go, straight in. So what do I like about the game? Well, it's a puzzle game, yeah, and it's good that you can start from where you finish. It's good that you can, shall we say, put your own code in to do that, if you know what I mean. The levels are good, the tile background changes, so that's good about it. I like all of that. But it's one of those that it's got no music in the background apart from what you can hear, which is what I've provided. So if I was to turn the music off now, it gets a little bit dull. Do you know what I mean? So you get the bleeper sound, of course, but apart from that, you know, which is the only letdown about it. Do I think it's worth a go? Yeah, if you like doing puzzle games, then this is one for you. It's one you can take your time, come back to, have a look at which way to solve it. You get plenty of lives, but you get a certain time. You do get a time countdown. As I say, take your time, but you can sort of study, if you know what I mean. If you want to do it, if you got the end goal, I'll just save a snapshot to the screen, and I can work it out that way around. Sort of like cheating, if you like, but. No, me cheat? Me? No, never. But yeah, I kind of enjoyed it, but it's not one of... There's just so many good puzzle games out there that I thought, it's nicely done, but I wouldn't go back to it very often. Still, what would I give it out of 10? Well, graphically it's nice, sound lets it down, so for that reason, I'm going to give that a 6.5 out of 10. Do you agree? Leave your comments in the comments below. Or even give this game a go, and maybe you'll have a different opinion of it. Maybe you like a bit of silence, you don't want the AY tune in the background. Right, let's move on to the next game. as a camera. Right, next game's a bit of a platform. I'm going to show you more about that in a minute. Let's just change the AY tune in the background. Quick quiz. Can you tell what tune's about to kick in? Love this. Don't you just love this? Grade 2 in action. I've got a little bit of play. It's that good, I love it. And the best of it is I've got to turn it down in a minute because the next game's got a bit of AY tune in it. So here's to 2022. You can see it's tea. There's no whiskey in it. I don't drink. I don't drink at all. Never have done, never will, probably. Not my sort of dig. Right, let's have a look at this game because we don't want to listen to this play all the time. There's a loading screen, not too bad at all. Looks like he's got a big shopping trolley. Chubby Gristle. Gristle. Look at this for an intro as well. Nice slower bit. I've just gone from a fast paced AY tune to this which is like laid back. I feel like going to sleep. Oh well. Interesting. Nice opening intro. Can't knock that really. It's simple but to the point. You get your usual choices, keyboard Sinclair or Kempston. I'm going to go for Kempston. As soon as you press that, it does scroll up. And you're this little... Oh look, I can pull a card, but I don't want to pull a card. I don't know where I'm going to pull a card to. But you can go around the screens collecting things. It has a very, very, very nice feel to this game, to be honest. Controlling wise, keep it down. Just turn the music down a touch. It's not too bad. It's nice looking graphics. Collision control is not too bad as well. You mean basically, you can fall too far, and he just goes splat. He doesn't sort of do a big dying action. You know, like Monty Mole, where it rises to the top very slowly and you eventually lose the will to leave waiting for the next go to come. Well, that doesn't happen on this one. So, yeah, it's a patience game. You can collect almost... do really well as always. You can collect almost anything on this game. I say almost anything. Anything that moves you don't really want to touch, but there are certain things that do move you can touch. I could have sworn I made that. Anyway, you start off from where you died. So if you start off at the bottom of the screen, yeah, that's where you'll start off from basically. This time. Now I've got to try and get past him, but you've also got to... Leave that jump to the last minute. I made that quite easy, didn't I? You can collect that red bag over there, but it's quite dangerous in doing so. Does it remind me a little bit of LV the Same Monty? A little bit, yeah, but I don't know what to make of some of the levels. I mean, I collect everything. It's very colourful. I'll give it that. There's nice sprites. Some of these sprites I always feel like I've seen before. The controlling of the jumping's not too bad either. For instance, this one you've got to wait. Timing is required here. So I've got to wait for that to go past before I can sort of follow it. Yeah, I made that quite easy, didn't I? And once again, I jumped over that quite quickly, not a problem at all. So basically you've got to collect everything and anything you see really. And I think you can assemble things as well. I'm not too sure. I don't know why I didn't die there. It's hard to judge sometimes how far you can and you can't fall. For instance, I don't know whether he's going to be able to jump here. Oh, he is, yeah. Oh, that's going to be a hard one. That's going to be a race against time. Oh, there goes my autofocus. Didn't like that, did he? One quick go, because we can go a little bit further. Like him there, I don't know whether he's a good guy or a bad guy, but he's not effective, he doesn't kill you. Oh, and that's sort of like an elevator there at the end. If I can go past this guy and jump over my own car, don't want to push it to the end. You never know when you don't need the thing. See how you can go up the elevator slightly. Now, I don't know if I can click that bag. Yes, I can. And then I fell too far and died a horrible death. So, these sort of games, I don't try to complete them. I kind of like exploring and seeing all the levels, do you know what I mean? I like to see the difference in the rooms, I like to see the sprites, and you know, because part of the fun of the game, that's obviously going to be a downward elevator, and those spikes look pretty dangerous to me, so you've got to do some... Oh, we was here earlier, wasn't we? We was here earlier, so that sort of goes in a loop. No, we can't, I may be in a bit of trouble here. There are more than one way to skin a cat. I've got to get around the other way, haven't I? So we'll drop down here in a moment. Right, what do I think of that game? I quite liked it. I like the little bit background music's not bad at all. AY tune, not like a bleepers tune. Does remind me a little bit of Alvida Simon Monty more than Monty Mole. It's got the same sort of gameplay to it. That AY tune can get on your nerves a little bit. Out of 10 then, I'm going to give that one a 7 out of 10. Give it a go, give it a try. Let's have a look at one of the second puzzle games that I've tried, but this one's a little bit more frantic than the last one. Had a bit more glider rider tuning, didn't I? Let's have a look at the loading screen. And that was a brief look at the loading screen. Should we do that again? This is the game, and I'm going to use Kempston, I think, because it's easy for me to. Well, it's easier for me to do. These are really good. These are. I mean, Geordie's great for Dave Thompson's decathlon. That Geordie's joystick and that. But when you're something without wires, I like these. Now, there is AY sound in this, and I'm about to lose my first slug. Now, the reason why you've got to be quick on this is because what you've got is well, I've got two this time. I've got two boxes. You need to strategically place them so that can get to the end. You've got to guide your slug home, and that's easy. This time I've got 4 boxes. That's easier said than done. So I only need 2 boxes, of course, and he can't go that way, so he's got to go to the end. It gets pretty frantic pretty quickly. Like for instance, there. Oh yes, and if you're not quick enough, you have to go round the boxes. You can't sort of put your cursor through them. For instance, this is one where you're going to need real speed, and this is only the 3rd level in. But if you notice, the boxes have got a countdown on them, and if you don't get there quick enough, the boxes will disappear, and that's where you could lose your slug. For instance, this is one where you can't have him going here because he will hit these spikes there. So what you have to do, for instance, is time it so this disappears on his way back, or there we go, got to the exit. See how quick you've got to be before you move on to the next level? This is where it gets really tough. Now we need things to disappear before we and hopefully we've got him through, and you've got to be quite fast on the old remote there. So the graphics are quite nice. It's a good challenging little game, but boy does it get tough very fast indeed. So for instance, we need to stop him from hitting these spikes, and then we've got to sort of guide him round, and hopefully, oh, I think I made a mistake there. I needed him to drop down, didn't I? And of course, there you go. We'll carry on playing until I lose all my lives, which won't be long. Ah, no. He's going to travel that way into the spikes of the keys there to sort of get around there. And I'll tell you what I like in a minute. You'll see in a moment. I'm ready. I'm as ready as I'll ever be, and I'll never be. There we go, I've made it finally. Took a few attempts, but I got there. And now the music changes as you get through a certain amount of levels. Now this is where you need timing, because you've sort of got to get the box and shuffle them along, and this is where you need speed and accuracy and all that. And all those are all the qualities that I don't possess, so this could be the bitter end for me. Oh, I missed it. I nearly got there. Give it one more go. How many lives have I got left? Good, one more left. I've got one life left. Can we do it with this last life? Oh. I've done it. I think I overestimated. Oh dear. Oh, this is going to be great. We've got creatures and all sorts to contend with now. And the music changes when you die. What do I think of the game? Well, I think it was pretty good. This is part 1 though. So we're going to stop there now, and we're going to have a look at part 2. Which is a slightly different game altogether. But it's again a frantic puzzle game. But a little bit more laid back than that one. So, I'm going to judge them individually. I'm going to do this. I'm going to give it quite high, 8 out of 10, because I really enjoyed playing it. However, it's not for the faint-hearted. It's quite a tough game to play, believe me. Move on to part 2 of the game. Better look at the loading screen. Brief as well, isn't it? This also has its own AY tuning incorporated. This time, you've got to click into the surface and work your way round. As always, we're going to use the Kempston joystick on this one, or shall we say the Kempston Corsi joystick on my game. So I'll need to press number 2, make sure I press it. You need to collect all the coins, or the little round dots just there, which we can do, but you've got to be careful, because when you travel over to your next surface, you will follow it round. And now we've got all the coins. Whoa, that was close. You can travel into the spike, because once you've made your mind up to go that direction in the air, you will travel in that direction. You can change directions on the surface that your snail is travelling along, but you can't change direction in the air. So once you've committed into going that direction, you've got to make sure you do it right. For instance, if I was to press down now, I can't turn back. So you've got to work your way around the level by collecting all those coins to, well, they look like coins, whether they are or not, I don't know. Or little slug pellets, maybe. You can change the direction your snail's going in by pressing left and right, of course. There we go. See, once he's going in that direction, he's got to stay. This is where you'll need to be quick. And I'm dead because I've got to hit the spike. but I got so close to doing it. So it's a little bit more laid back because I can't see. Well, you've got a time that runs down, so you have got a time limit. So I presume that time can be, well, a little bit short on time as you get later and later further and further through the game. I do love the use of the graphics in the background there. And I just think, oh, I'm dead. I'm done for. This is only the second screen and I can't get past it yet. But it's not a hard game. It's just me being impatient, you know. It gets harder as I get on. I like that. There's only two, looks like there's possibly 3 sprites of animation to the actual sprite itself. Right, we can get across to there. That was easy enough to do, wasn't it? Oh no, no. Oh, I'm trigger happy with the old sponge. Well, I might as well use my last lives up at night before we move on. So I think this is a better version of the other game. Well, it's hard to say because they're as equally as good as each other for little puzzle games, I must admit. And they're graphically both very pleasing, you know, but they are addictive. I do find myself trying to play this one just to solve each level as it comes. There, this time I've got it. I've got them out finally. I'm on 22 seconds remaining. I'll move on to another screen. And this looks like I've got to go up on the roof, of course. So quick decisions are required. And I think once you've learned the level, it gets a little bit easier, but... Oh, I've gone upwards. If you don't move too quick, you do. Let's just show you what happens when I die. Else this video will be a long one this week, won't it? How many lives have I got left? What? That was it? Oh, it come, ouch, that hurts. But listen to the tune. You get a death tune. And that's a nice touch. Enjoyable, yes. Great puzzle game. The AI's brilliant in the background. I don't know if that changes further on through the game, but it may well do. So, marks out of 10. I'm going to give that an 8.5 out of 10 because I actually like that to the first one because it's a little bit less frantic, but still it's a good puzzle game. But they're both good games as of right and worth a play. So if you like your 8-bit and you love a bit of 8-bit, then you're going to love a bit of these games too, so give them a go. Right, there's a game I did review last week, but I had to chop it out because it didn't download properly. Thank you, Waterby Blob, or whatever your name is. Sorry, I never get to pronounce that properly, do I? For pointing out to me, so I had to cut it out and reissue the video again. Thanks to everyone who puts a comment and likes and subscribes, that's great of you. I'm going to try and get it on this week. But it missed it back last week. But who knows? Let's do it in 2021. Let's do it in 2022. And the game is, of course, Shoot 'em Up. And as I knock the camera for the 18th time. A bit of it down with. Right, this game, of course, is the one I missed out last week. I had to cut it out, so I'm going to do another review on it today for 2020. Happy New Year. I might keep saying that, who knows. Right, we're going to have a brief look at the loading screen. The loading screen, I'll tell you now, is pretty good. Oh, not the camera. There we go, finally caught up with the autofocus. Laser birds. It does have a bleeper sound to it, by the way. It does, so what I'll do is when the bleeper starts, I'll fade the Savoy tune out. I don't know how well that'll pick up. Usually find that the bleeper picks up better than anything else. Right, because there isn't much, there's only the sound of the blast in the actual game itself. It's okay. I'd have preferred an AY tune, but it's okay. Right then, let's have a look what we can do. We're going to start by selecting the keys. Whoops. You press the key, it flicks back quite quickly. That's a bit of a bugbear. You can redefine keys though, champion that is. Great when you've got a game where you can choose your own keys. I like that, I really do. I'm going to, in this case, use the Kempston joystick. Right, so it's a shoot 'em up. And you've got a health bar with your ships there, and that gradually goes down as you get hit more and more and more. The screen will scroll slightly to the left as you proceed through each particular wave. You've got to get to a certain number of waves before you can. The actual birds that you're shooting, they look like birds or invaders. They actually change colour slightly each time you hit them. So they go a slightly lighter colour until eventually you're able to destroy them. There's a little graphical effect as well where you got more than 2 colours on the screen at once, usually done by a flickering and a timing effect. Now of course you can quite easily get through lives quite rapidly if you don't move. The idea with this game is to keep moving pretty quickly, and in a moment we'll get through a few waves. And if you can get to that travelling where you're travelling along with them and you can hit them more often. We're on to wave 3 now. We need to get to wave 8 before anything really interesting starts to happen. As you can see, they change colour from that red. They've got a red on them. Once I hit them, it changes, the red disappears, and then you know that the next hit's probably going to destroy them, or next 2 hits in this case. And they'll start to change pattern as well, so they'll start to swoop a little bit as well. So the pattern is slightly varied too. They just sort of catches you out a little bit. The flickering when they come on the screen is quite fast, so that can catch you out a little bit. And there you go, you saw it scroll there. We're on to wave 4 now. Wait a few seconds and all of a sudden they'll just fly on the screen. And of course then if you can, just get as many, and of course they are slightly lower as well, look. We've got to go through a few more waves yet. So when we get to wave 8 really, it all starts to get really particularly interesting, because they'll form into what, all I can say is like a big boss, and you have to destroy that. It takes quite a number of hits. The only thing about that big boss is you can't really tell how many hits you need to get, because he doesn't change colour or alter in any particular way. He just eventually gets destroyed. Now I like the colourful bullets, and I also like the fact that when you get hit you change colour and then you lose one of those bars, so that's quite good. The clouds are quite a blocky effect, but it doesn't take anything away from the playability of the game. On to wave 5. And already my thumb is starting to hurt a bit like Daley Thompson's decathlon on the old dirt. There we go. The middle of the screen is probably the best place to try and shoot these from, because a lot less of your bullets are wasted, because they tend to travel into your bullets sometimes, whereas if you're at the edge you can only got one place to hit them, sort of thing. So I find that by staying in the middle, and I'm already about to lose, if you get through a wave as well, your energy bar returns. Look how low they've come now, and the pattern has changed there as well, so we're flying through them quite rapidly, to be honest. I like the use of the Alvida Say Monty tune in the background there to make it a bit more atmospheric, other than just the sound of the blaster. But because it uses AY, I can't see how it'd sound if this was just a bleeper music as well. But yeah, it's a 48k game, isn't it? That's why. So it's hard keeping track of them all. It really is. Wave 7, and any minute now, if we don't get them out of the bottom, they will crash into us. We're on to the wave 8, and that's when we'll get our first bad guy. Bad guy. They're all bad guys. Bad bird, big bird. Not the one off Sesame Street, no, this is the one off the pixel art of the 8-bit variety. I'm getting quite a number of blows as well, so I've got still quite a fair way to go, and there's lots of things happening on the screen. I've got a few in sometimes I get on a roll of hitting them, and other times I get on a roll of hitting them, and there we go. Here comes the first bad guy. And I find if you can match his direction, you can get many more blows to hit him. Whoa! And it's annoying when they start to miss because, yeah, the little crafty get double back on me, didn't they? Come here, Tweeny Pie, let's finish you off. I taught a torpedo. Yeah, well, taught this one. I like the way that once it's destroyed, that's what happens, and then you get into wave 10 and so on and so forth. And these will take a few extra blows and they come a little bit more harder. The rapid firing starts to increase as well, so it's got a gradual build up. As a shoot 'em up, it's okay. I've played many a shoot 'em up. Marks out of 10 then, what would I say? Well, it's worth a play, but it's, as I say, I've played loads of shoot 'em ups. This is quite good, but you can get a bit frustrated and a bit bored with it after a while, I suppose. It just looks good. It does look good. The graphics are good. They're not needed to be pixel perfect, and I found it really playable, and well, for that reason I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10. I'm not really a great shoot 'em up fan, but still, that's what I'm making this game. What do you think? Do you like it? Is it one that you'll be playing? Who knows? That's for you to decide. So give it a go. It's available on download, of course. From, I think you can get it on Spectrum Computing. I ought to put some links in, haven't I, really? Right, let's get to the Crash reviews. Ooh, look at this one. Okay, we're going to Crash number 22 from November 1985. The film was out again this year, wasn't it? Watch it again. Honestly, I probably have seen it more than 5 times. We're talking Back to the Future, as we go Back to the Future in this particular magazine, which would have cost you 95 pence. A few honourable mentions was the Crash Smashes in this particular magazine was Starquake. I like that, but it does... Was that out before Scumball or Scumball afterwards? Because they're similar sorts of games, aren't they? And I like Scumball. That got 96%. Would have cost you £7.95. Okay, that's expensive. Marsport by Gremlin Games got 95%. Would have cost you £9.95. Quite expensive, aren't they? Fairlight. Yeah, Fairlight, we love that game, don't we? And I think they're doing another Fairlight, aren't they, I believe? I'm not sure. By the Edge, that got 95%. And then, of course, we got Elite by Firebird. And that would have cost you, what? £14.95? Alexander Armstrong, what do you think of that price?
Why so expensive?
Exactly, Alexander Armstrong. Why, indeed. He's fooling nobody, is he, really, with that disguise? Right, the first game is called ORM, spelled O-R-M, and the Cheap, and there's 2 parts to this game. This one is the first part, No Squeaks. It's more of an educational game than playability. It was by Widgetsoft. Would have cost you £6.95. I suppose it's okay. For Macmillan Software. Somebody ding me then. Or was that just my ears? Long time for me to get tinnitus, isn't it, really? Right, so we're looking at user computer 60%, graphics 70%, playability 40%, getting started 35%. I don't know about that. I couldn't work out what to do, to be quite honest with you. But eventually I did, a little bit of help from the retro community, of course. Addictive quality is 20%. Well, I'm not going to spoil it, but I'll tell you in a minute. Value for money, 25%. Yeah, that's debatable, isn't it, at £6? I bought some absolutely... You see, I was spoilt back in the day because I think it was £2.99. I bought Amarotti, or Amaroot, and I thought that is one of my favourite games. And of course, I only ever had the 48k Spectrum. So when I got my first toast rack, and then I got to load those extra bits that I could always hear afterwards, I was amazed, I was flabbergasted because it changed the game. I mean, the game was good anyways. But when you added the AY creepy music in the background, it became awesome, and to me it's still A very underrated and one of the best games out on the Spectrum because the playability is brilliant as well. Overall rating for this Orm and the Cheats was 42%. I should answer that text really, shouldn't I? That bleep was Lee Chops. Now the one that's nicked all my hair and put it into a computer game, that's his fault, isn't it? Right. Okay, so let's have a look what we're going to do here. Right, P to play. Now, because I haven't got a clue what the keys are, I'm going to have to work this out as I go along, aren't I? Okay. P. See, I told you it was Lee, didn't I? Sorry, Nate. I've got to meet you. I'll put it on vibrate. Right, there's your loading screen, as well as the game. Oh yeah. I think there's a bleeper sound to this. Like, getting this game started is quite tricky because I had trouble starting before. And I just press 3, 1, 2, 3, and it starts the game. Right then. Okay, so you've got to stack those on top of each other. Alright, take it easy. And, okay, so we've got unusual directions to go, to say least. So what I'm going to do now is time it so as I catch that just right. I've only got 2 buttons to do. And then, if all goes well, I'll place it on top of that one. That went quite well actually. I don't normally go that way. Now, I know it's only a kids game, but you have to take the simple use of these rather large graphics, but it is a bit of a slow moving one, but it gets faster, it gets more frantic. It's not easy to control, and if you don't get your talent, your little feet in exactly the right place, talent. Couldn't think of the word to say. Oh. There we go. I should get this one straight away because I've got the right level. I think I got that one too. Gets frantic, doesn't it? You've got to be quick on the button to get just the right level, look. Oh, and if you hit the wall, you lose what it is you're after, so it's getting annoying. I can't seem to get it to turn quick enough to get it to put the pot in the right place. And now I'm stuck. And I will get past this level. Oh, come on, I was close to doing that then. There's more to this game than just this, I promise you. And you'd be glad to relieved to be more to the game than just this, because if you paid £6 something for this, you wouldn't be happy, would you? Oh, I had it then and I'll let go. Let's just pause it a sec. Hey! Hey! Oh, I finally got that one done. I like the way it melts down, I'll give you that much for you. It took me a long time to figure out what to do with that. Scorecard. You get so much of it revealed, depending on how many attempts it took you to do it. And then you move on to the next game, which is just as naff. And I'm not going to bother to play it because the sounds are basic. The game is graphically nice, big sprites, aren't they? They're okay, but 42% that got there to crash. 4 out of 10. Pretty much on the mark, really. I can totally agree with Crash there. To me, that was only 4 out of 10. I've got to stop knocking the camera. Right, this is a joystick breaker. I put it on my video, I think it was early last year. Joystick breakers games that were really intense on the joystick. That video's quite worth having a look, so have a look back in time and have a perusal of what I classed as joystick breakers and what you all voted on as joystick breakers. A majority of you did come up with games that were pretty harsh on the joystick. The game we're talking about is by Ocean. It's a classic. I'm going to give you the ratings, I'm going to give you the price before I give you the people that produced it. Producer was P. Owen and J. Smith. That J probably means Joffa. Jonathan Smith, of course, was his proper name. Joffa's what he was called by most other people and what he preferred to be called, to be honest, because Jonathan Smith was such a great coder. Seems a bit boring, doesn't it? And the guy was quite a genius, and I do say so myself. Indeed I do. 86% use of computer graphics, 81% playability, 72% getting started, 70% addictive quality, 77% value for money, 79%. Overall rating was 76%. Wow, that's pretty good. What is the game we're talking about? The game we are talking about is, of course, this of one. Daley Thompson's Super Test. And I've got the 128K version loaded up as well, so hopefully this will have some AI sound in it as well. It crashed. I ain't having that. We've got to fix this, haven't we? Okay, we will do. Take 2 then. Let's see if we can get to load this time round. I know what I did wrong. You know, I used to love these games back in the day. I don't play them anymore, so that's my excuse for me being extremely rubbish. I like the 128K version though. I never played the 128K version, would you believe it? I've only ever played it in 48K mode. But then, this first time for me that I can hear the AY tune of this. I've got to be honest, it's a bit slow and a bit sluggish. Chariots of Fire does sound a lot better than this, doesn't it? I don't think they quite nailed it. They didn't quite nail this AY tune. Perhaps it's the early days of people making music for AY and they hadn't quite got into the swing of things. After all, this was 1985 and it's picked up a bit there. Is this the one where he gets his moustache? Maybe I've been a bit harsh on it because he's starting to get an atmosphere to it now, isn't it? Anyway, we're not here to listen to the music, we're here to play the game and give you my ratings. So this was quite high, 76%. And you know it's a Joffa when you can do this. And I think you only got, I love that. That is Joffa, isn't it? Through and through. So I'm going to be pretty ace at this game. And where's the end? Joffa, what did you do with the end? Is that it? No, it's the arrow, isn't it? Oh, there's just started. E for end. Oh, okay. E for end. Where's the E? There's 2 E's, isn't there? Oh, okay. Ace, your score is nothing, and after I finished here, your score still will be nothing. Tell you what, I'm doing okay. This joystick's pretty good, man. I think my thumb's getting sun now, though. Will I qualify? Who knows? Top speed. Oh. That's a qualification time, surely. Hey, I was only got third place for that. And now I never understood how to do this one. Oh, okay. Oh dear, you've got to press the fire button as well. I've never really got this one, have I? Come on, let's give it a go this time. Ready? I'm ready, go. Yes! How many did you get? 3 goes? Oh, come. Oh, you must have to get a certain amount of power, haven't you? That's really true. How many have I got to do? Oh, we saved that one. Okay. Was that ever an Olympic event? Oh, David. Goodness me, I'm sick of playing this now. Off the crossbar. 5 attempts. Okay, you have qualified. Well, that's okay then, isn't it? I must only have to score 2. You lose one of them men, don't you? Right, another one I don't understand how to do, so... Oh, just in the nick of time, isn't it? And I think I've got to hit the same thing as well to land. Oh, too soon. I'm not exactly Eddie the Eagle, am I? But we'll give it a go. Try again. You've got a really, really last minute land, haven't you, with this? Ah. Will I get it this time? I doubt it very much. Okay, this time I'm going to make sure I hit the floor before I hit the floor. Yes! Good landing, really? And where did I come? Second on that occasion. It's been a while. Oh, okay. Tug of war. Lose. Win. I can't do it. I can't do it. Anyway, I'm not going to play it anymore because I'm just going to keep losing. Let's try it. I'm putting with control there, but I'm still playing it. Oh dear. I can't beat anybody. Oh, I've lost a life. Which one's this? Oh, okay. This is the summit jump, isn't it? And I'm going fast as I can. Is it hop, skip and jump? I just about made it. I'm rubbish. Daily Thompson's Catherine got 76%, and to be honest, I'm not going to argue with that. I agree. 7 out of 10 from me, 7.5 out of 10. Be fair enough. When I used to play it a lot, I was a lot better than this, unfortunately. Right now, I'm poo. And that's all he can do. In 2022, and it's been over 30 years, well, nearly 30 years since I played it last. Well, 25 years, I think. Possibly, yeah. Oh well. What do you think? Game you like to play? Have I reminded you of that one, or did you prefer the decathlon itself? I didn't prefer the decathlon, actually. I prefer Hypersports. This game's an absolute classic in my books, and it didn't get quite a higher rating as I thought it was going to get. However, would have cost you £8.95. My Melbourne house. User computer 87%. Player graphics, sorry, 90%. Graphics is better than the user computer. How can you have... I don't know how that works. How can you have graphics higher than user computer when you've got to use more of the computer for the graphics? Okay, anyway. Mine is not to argue the reason why. Mine's just to accept their decision and say, no, I don't agree. Right. Playability 74%, getting started 87%, addictive quality 69%, value for money 75%, overall rating 73%. The game, of course, was by Stephen Cargill and Russell Kane. Russell Kane, is it? Okay. Is there a 128k version? I don't know. I don't think there is. But we're going to wild the 48k anyways, aren't we? So who cares? Loading screen coming up. Yeah, I love the way this loaded actually. It looks like it's crashed to me. Fighting Warrior. Don't think there's other than the sound effects of you hitting the blows, but I know you have to chop things. I've played this before and I was dreadful at it then, so yeah, we'll start game, thank you very much. I needed you to jump and I left it too late. And you've got a power bar that you've got to get him down. And I meant to dodge them. I might actually dive on my very first attempt. As you can see, I'm really good at this game and I've played it plenty, haven't I? So let's try again. See, the thing is, I've only got to get him so many times, haven't I? You need to aim your blows a bit lower, Wayne. That's what you're doing wrong. I'm going to die again. I'm going to get past him if he kills me. Well, he probably will. A number of times in a row, probably. But we'll still try. Again. I forgot how bad I was at this game. I mean, how good I was at this game. Look, you're supposed to fire when I'm firing. Oh, it's a bit slow reaction, isn't it? That's it, I've got him on a roll. 2 more shots. Oh. I got one down anyways. I used to be decent at this game, would you believe it? Did I not get him? He might have got more health than I have, so I'm not going to get him, am I? Oh, I can't get... He's breathed on me. You know what? It's just not happening. It just seemed to... Ooh, I forgot how hard this game was. Snow reaction's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Oh, managed the game. How did I do that? Oh, come on, I went to jump. Not defense is rubbish. This is the main character and I can't even get anywhere near to killing him. How did I complete this before? Anyway, I'm not going to carry on playing that very much longer. 73% he got overall. On that effort, I'd give it a real low rating, but I've played it before and I did quite well. But it's been many years since I played it last, and perhaps I should give it a go and see what it was that I was doing right back then that I can't do right back now. Surely at 50 I'm not losing that touch of playing games that badly, that quickly. No! I'm going to agree with Crash there. I'm going to give that a 7 out of 10. What do you agree? Did you like Fighting Warrior? I love the way it played. It wasn't exactly like Fist though, was it, with all the different moves? You either stabbed, ducked or chopped low. You don't get time to duck below the arrows quick enough sometimes. When you're fighting that, you can end up losing energy. It's sort of unfair a little bit. 7 out of 10 though, that's what I'm going to say that was, and that's today's hit list of games to re-review, and we've gone through quite a few today, so unfortunately Commodore vs Spectrum will have to wait till next week with a bit of luck. We're going to go for an unusual type of game, one I haven't seen before or played, so bear with me on this one as I knock the camera left and right as always. I think we'll change the AY music in a minute. It's starting to be a little bit repetitive. Riddler's Den, £7.95. Producer Electric Dreams. Some of these producers, I really don't know much of the history of them, and I need to really start doing a bit more research. For instance, Widget Software, I'd never heard of that before today, and obviously they didn't do a great deal in the Spectrums, so, or maybe they did. Now I've said that, you watch how many mistaken I can be. Use of computers 77%, graphics 78%, playability 80%, getting started was 78%, addictive quality 76%, value for money 72%, strange because that's quite expensive at £7.95, so I'm expecting big things because of the price of that game. Overall rating then was 78%, that's quite high. That is quite high. And I've got a hunch that I'm going to be good at this game.
Hunches are sometimes wrong, Retro Robbins.
My favourite AY tunes at the moment, Nixie and the Seeds of Doom, as played. Your guest star. It's coming from the toast rack. This is excellent in stereo, but you won't get the full quality of the stereo music on this. What's he doing on my show, invading my... Get off! I must delete that clip. Couldn't resist, mate. Sorry. Couldn't resist. That's twice now. He said I was mad before. And he wasn't far wrong there. Right. We're talking Mark Flux's stuff, of course. Redefinable keys. Oh, I like that. But we're going to use the joystick. Why not? Oh, my joystick on. When do I need to charge this? I've had it nearly 3 months, 4 months. I haven't charged it yet. I did say I was going to be good at this, so let's see if I can prove myself right for a change. There's no AY tune in it. Well, not that I know of. Right, you're this character here who can't fire, but you can go around collecting things. Don't touch anything, because even though that music's too loud, that tail will kill you. I like the colourful graphics of the dragon, don't you? What is it meant to be? I mean, he's got a nose as big as mine. It's like an anteater. Oh, get out of that room pretty quick. Don't know what you're meant to do here. You meant to click that? Anyway, we'll get out of that room. See if we can find something that we need to do. The map is quite big. Can I click that? I like big maps, but when they're just puzzle games and you haven't got a clue what it is you're supposed to do, even though I've read through the instructions, oh, fall down that hole, you die. I learned that the hard way around. There has to be a button to click, doesn't there? Yeah? And hopefully I'll collect it without quitting. Oh yeah, and if you stay on the screen too long, that happens as well. Because you can fall down that hole as well, can't you? Oh yes, you can go into doorways as well. What sort of noise is that? See what I'm going to do. Because I can redefine the keys. Let's see if there's any extra controls. Oh, well, pause is going to be interesting, isn't it? So, wait. If we use M, up, down, left, right. Okay, so we've only got 5 keys. Let's give it a go. The bank, well, obviously we go in there for nothing. We've got to collect stuff and put it in the bank, I presume. So we can't collect that. Oh goodness me, there's a number of monsters on these screens, aren't there? Oh, there's a key. We got to get a key, I see. Oh, that's a good sprite, isn't it? Oh, I don't like the death sequence. Hunches can be wrong. And believe me, it was wrong on that occasion as well. Ridley's Den. I don't know why you got 78%. I haven't worked out what to do. I'm going to give it a further play. I'm not going to give that a rating. First thoughts though, it would be around about 6.5 to 7 if I was going to rate it from now. But I really, to be fair, I need to give it more of a play, learn what to do, and then see if I can, you know, it's the first time I've ever played that game, and I'm not convinced by it, so unrated this time round. I'll give it a temporary one of about 6.5 out of 10, possibly going to go higher. I need to have a look into that one further to know what it is I've got to do and what I've got to play. Because these are the last minute ones that I'm adding to the show. So, one more then, and we'll call it a day on the Retro Robin Show for the first one of 2022. Happy New Year! Right then, last one of today. Last one of this show anyway. The Custard Kid. Oh, isn't that good? Space Monsters meets the Hardy. That's where the AY is taken from, and that is being played off the grey 128k plus 2, and it's magnificent sound off that one. Unusual that, because the plus 3 was a disaster. Right, £4.99. Shall we go for the rating super quick ones here? Quickly, I can read these out to you. Right. Use of computer 70%, graphics 63%, playability 61%, getting started 75%, addictive quality 74%, value for money 60%, overall rating 65%. Do you want me to repeat that for you? Use of computer 70, graphics 63, playability 61, getting started 75, addictive quality 74, value for money 60, and overall 65%. Happy New Year! Oh, I've said that a few times already. Oh, wouldn't hurt to say it once more, will it? Thanks, sister, for this. It's great, yeah? I see the metaphor. I understand what you're saying. She owns me ass. Right. This could go well. Well, this could go bad. And I'm already confused. Yeah, 1. Ow, 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 ow. I think I've played this before. Oh yeah, he'll follow me everywhere, but you collect certain keys to go through certain rooms. It's like a bit of a maze game. I've got 2 of them, so I don't need 2 of them. You be careful, because anything that touches you, they're not a problem. They're not a problem. It's ones that follow you like him. He'll follow you through every room now. Now I've got a few keys to my name. Can't go through the black door. I don't want that key. Need to bring that down to the use of keys. Can we grab that telephone? Oh, we've collected an item there, but we can use the green key to go into another room. We don't know all paper keys. dash well. I have played this before, and I quite liked it, to be fair. It got me addicted a little bit because I was figuring out what to do, and I know you have to collect certain items to do certain tasks. And the maze is quite big. The graphics are, well, they're not too bad at all, are they? Oh, he's froze because he's trying to track me down. But he can't follow you into this room. And I can easily get through to that room. And the keys disappeared after a certain while. But I've got another item there which is used in certain things. Is that going to be a monster? That's going to be a key. We'll collect that key in a bit. And we'll collect that key now. There's the white key I need to get through the next level. And we got, well girls, I've just lost the white key though by doing that. By doing that I've lost the white keys. That could be a little... So the various keys open the various doors. The various items are to unlock. I've got 2 of them now. That's probably a good thing. I think it's just a... almost a little bit like Attic Attack, that, isn't it? We've gone down a level. And we can go up a level. And we go up 2 levels now. So... keys can only be used certain amount of times. Oh, and yeah, if your milk bottles is your energy. Ah! So we're about to lose a lot of energy. He's going to follow me everywhere now, isn't he? Let's prepare that key. That's the one I want. Now, is it that I use on him? No, it isn't. So I've got to find an item to use that on. Anyway, could be all day playing this, couldn't I? I'll tell you what I thought. I've played that before, so I know roughly what it is I've got to do. I quite like the game. It's quite a big maze. It's not major in graphics. It's a game you can just leave alone as long as you're not being chased, and you can come back in 5 minutes time. So you can have a rest period on it, and you can work out what to do. There is a walkthrough if you want to learn exactly what it is you've got to do on the internet, I believe, because I had to recently watch that. So that was given a 65% rating. I personally liked it, so unusually I'm going to give that a 7.5 out of 10. I'm giving it half percentage, half. I do things from 0 to 10, of course, because I kind of liked it. There's something about it. It's sort of like an adventure at the same time as solving puzzles and getting the keys to open the doors. Learning how big the map is quite good. It's a little bit random on where those monsters appear though. So, you know, good thing is there's a bit of pattern recognition in there as well. Got to finish with a space holiday on. Should have changed the AY tune to finish with. Why not? I had to pick this one. I ain't played it for a while. That's it. There is no more. That's all you're going to get from the Retro Robbins show. First one of the new year. Once again, a big thank you to Matthew Lowe. Thank you to Ricky. Thank you to everybody who supports the channel behind the scenes. Thank you to Dean Jones's Q's and Hotshot Snooker. Both of those are unofficial sponsors. Thank you to you lot for watching as always. Happy New Year. Promise you I won't say it next week. And of course, if you like the show, please remember to share, like and subscribe. It's always appreciated. What do you reckon? Get rid of the beard? Is it a beard to be feared? Perhaps it's too retro. Maybe I need to take back the years. As always, the Retro Robin show is produced, edited and put out to the general public free of charge by me, just to entertain you over the weekend. So in the meantime, I hope you all enjoyed yourselves, and until next week, take care. Bye for now. Thanks for watching. Love you all as always. Keep the 8-bit systems alive. Long live the Spectrum. Come on, Commodore. You're doing well before. We love the Commodore too. Yeah, I do. I like the Commodore as well. Shoot him. Shoot him now. Depending on when you watch this, please remember, keep it COVID free. Keep it happy. Listen, let's hope 2022 is better than the last 2 years have been, that's for sure. But for me, Wayne Robbins, depending on when you watch this, have a nice working week or weekend. Bye for now. I always feel guilty when I cut the music off. That's it, there is no more.
Hunches are sometimes wrong, Retro Robbins.